Hey everybody, I was just responding to the discussion board for this week about an event that has influenced higher education and college counseling in the past 5 years. I just decided to do the video rather than the written post. I decided to talk about two things. The first being the rise in tuition over the past 5 years, especially. I did some research and it was saying that, people could have summer jobs and they would save their money for college, and that's just not the case anymore. Now, students are having to borrow thousands upon thousands of dollars, including the generation now, like myself, just to get through college. So when we get out of college, we're going to be so in debt. So with all the stressors that college has to offer, on top of that, we've got the financial burden of knowing we're going to have this financial burden for years to come. I mean, there's students that are 20 years out of college and they're still paying their student loans, and it's just unfortunate that everything has gotten to be that way. Let's see. In my research, I found that the increased spending has not been going into the pockets of the typical professor, but rather salaries of full-time faculty members. They're barely higher than they were in 1970. So where's all the money going that we're paying? It seems that in my research I found that with a lot of colleges, it's going to the administrative positions in the colleges and universities, and they grew by 60%. So these administrative positions grew that much between 1993 and 2009, which was 10 times the rate of growth of tenured faculty positions. So I think it's important that that be looked at. So how does this event impact higher education and college counseling? Well, I think that as far as the higher education piece, I think this is going to affect high school counselors especially, which is what I'm doing right now, talking to these kids about their options for going to college. So many of them know that their parents are paying years and years later on these student loans. So I think that as counselors, we need to educate the students of the opportunities that are available as far as the FAFSA process, financial aid through the FAFSA that's available, and the scholarships that are available. I remember when I was in high school, I was never educated on this, and I'm just going to make it a priority to let my kids know opportunities that are available to them. And then as a career counselor, or as a college counselor, also letting students know of the scholarships that are available through college, assistantships that are available to help with these costs, and sitting down and helping them come up with a financial plan when they get out of college to help ease the stresses of what that can cost. So I think I did express my opinion on how the tuition increase influences my future career as a counselor. So overall, in my conclusion, we all need to work together in educating the students on opportunities available.